Ouachita Parish declared a state of emergency at midday. Now that clears the way for free sandbags to be picked up. Interesting developments tonight about a tunnel found by construction workers Tuesday near the Roland Field house on Stone Avenue. The current owner of the house suspected the tunnel could have been a secret passageway linked to the house, which was built in 1895. The body of a teenage boy has been recovered in Concordia Parish. Deputies pulled the body of 14-year-old Michael Carr from Lake Concordia last night. Carr had been swimming with 3 other friends when he went underwater and then never resurfaced. There's those stories and more tonight, but first, here's Tom Pearson with your no-wait weather.
Hi, Judy. We saw
from your Arklamas news leader, this is KNOE-TV 8 News.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Judy Wagoner.
And I'm John.
Well, summer is about a week and a half away, but unofficially, it's pretty much here, isn't it?
Yeah, based on the forecast and the current conditions, I think summer is already here.
From your weather authority, this is a KNOE 8 News Severe Weather Alert.
The KNOE 8 News Flood Watch continues at 6 o'clock. I'm Judy Wagoner. Well, coming up in sports, local talent is catching the eye of scouts in the Major League Baseball draft. Plus, Aaron introduces us to a Northeast Louisiana athlete who continues to smash world records. Meet the newest ace next. Union Parish, the level of Lake D'Arbonne is staying steady. Now, this video is from last week after a month of nearly constant rainfall. Colleagues of a murdered plastic surgeon say his death is a huge loss to the community. Free sandbags are available for Ouachita Parish residents who fear their house might flood. There is a mixed bag of news from flood-weary Union Parish tonight. Lake D'Arbonne is falling, but the rising Ouachita River is causing problems in the eastern part of the parish. KNOE 8's Frank Morales is in West Sterlington, where some folks are dealing with high water and no power.
Louisiana National Guard and the governor.
An Arklamas daycare's license has been pulled. Next, we'll tell you about the investigation that led to the closure.
And your tips about a suspected Monroe.
A Richland Parish Child Care Center has been closed, caught up in a statewide investigation into safety at daycares. The license for Tinkerbell's Daycare, number 2 in Rayville, has been pulled. Problems at this daycare and the other 11 around the state pose a serious threat to the safety of children. All centers were repeat offenders. Owners failed to correct the problems even after being told several times to do so. Louisiana Social Services is working with the families of children affected to help them find other care centers. Another suspected member of that gang is off the streets tonight. Dontrell Broadway was arrested outside Dallas last night. Broadway was wanted for his connection to 31 Flavors gang based out of Monroe. Last month, 14 suspected members of that gang were arrested in Ouachita and Morehouse parishes. The gang has been linked to drugs and crime across the region for much of the decade and used scare tactics to keep its victims from pressing charges. They say that human walking buddies tend to discourage each other by making excuses, such as the weather, to avoid a walk. However, come rain or shine, your dog will never let you down. Watch this. Arlo, you want to go for a walk? Told you. Well, it's true, there's one in every crowd. That's not to say mosquitoes target certain people who are tastier or those who have higher quality blood, but rather those who are easy to locate. Whether it comes from food, supplements, or sunshine, doctors are finding that vitamin D is vital to good health.
It's vital in the prevention of cardiovascular disease and death by cardiovascular disease, by low-density osteoporosis, low bone density, cancers, especially for breast cancer survivors, autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis.
A just-released study shows men with low levels of vitamin D have double the risk of heart attack, and breast cancer patients who lack the vitamin are more likely to have their cancer return. And the latest evidence shows people with the lowest levels of vitamin D are twice as likely to die overall from any cause. What makes matters worse is that many people don't know they're at risk.
There are about 1 billion people worldwide that are vitamin D deficient, and they probably don't know.
Almost 40% of Americans don't get enough vitamin D, but there are some easy ways to fix that, including a walk outside. That's why they call it the sunshine vitamin.
The best source for vitamin D is sunshine. 10 to 15 minutes, 2 or 3 times a week is sufficient to give our daily requirements. In addition to that, diet, fatty fish like salmon, fortified milk, cereals, and then, of course, supplementation.
If you think you might be vitamin D deficient, all you need is a simple blood test to determine if there's a problem. Judy Wagoner, KNOE 8 News. Dogs can provide people with many things. Protection, friendship, and unconditional love top the list. But they may also provide health benefits too. A new study finds dogs can lower your blood pressure, improve your psychological health, and even get you to exercise more.
That dog can't walk itself, and so you have to get out and walk the dog. And by the nature of just walking, these people were walking for an hour a day. We know that walking for an hour a day is going to have health benefits.
Researchers at the University of Missouri's Research Center for Human-Animal Interaction looked at the benefits associated with human-animal interaction. For 12 weeks, people were encouraged to walk on an outdoor trail for 1 hour, 5 times a week. Results show the older people who walked their dogs improved their walking capabilities by almost 30%, compared to an only 4% increase in people who walked with a friend. Researchers say they also had more confidence on the trail and increased their speed. They say that human walking buddies tend to discourage each other by making excuses, such as the weather, to avoid a walk. However, come rain or shine, your dog will never let you down. Watch this. Arlo, you want to go for a walk? Told you. And researchers say many of the same benefits can apply to other pets, too.
Human-animal interactions are full of good feelings. Animals respond to humans with kind of unconditional acceptance. We don't get that all the time from other human beings, so we see that has a tension-reducing aspect to it.
And just repetitive acts like petting an animal has tension-reducing properties. Judy Wagoner, KNOE 8 News.